Hi everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Cleo here for another toy of the day. This review is brought to you by Hasbro. Thank you Hasbro for sending along this new exclusive for review. We're so happy to have it. Really psyched about it. And so Hasbro did send this over as part of the PulseCon coverage. Hasbro PulseCon this week, Friday and Saturday, with new announcements. Everything you would expect from a San Diego Comic-Con panel from the comfort of your own home. So this is the, follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on social media. Go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of this figure. And check out the Cornercast podcast, new episodes starting in November, but you can catch up on all episodes on Apple Podcasts. So this is the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Deluxe Covert Agent Ravage and Micromaster Decepticon Forever Ravage. I can't read. It's $52.99. That comes from our Beast Wars collection, and I couldn't be happier to have it. Now, I will admit to you, I'm going to unbox this. Then I'm going to pause. I'm going to study the directions so I do not struggle as much with a first-time Transformer here, because I don't even, back of the box doesn't even show me what he's supposed to actually look like. Excuse me, when he's transformed. So nobody wants to see that struggle. But the front of the box looks like the cockpit of his ship, along with the tape deck here. Classic Ravage transform there. We've got some chromed out blasters, back metal blasters, a few other accessories. Looks like a couple other blasters, and Ravage himself from Beast Wars. So I mean, it's just a gorgeous packaging. The back of the package shows kind of what you're going to get from it, as well as why the background in the package is there. And Covert Agent Ravage Decepticons Forever Ravage. That's a mouthful. Great box art for sure. His story on the side here: after the Great War, Ravage was one of the Decepticons granted amnesty and reformatted into a Predacon as a covert agent Ravage. As Covert Agent Ravage, he is secretly dispatched to Earth by the Predacus Council. During Beast Wars, he is tasked with terminating the rogue Predacon called Megatron with extreme prejudice, but after the Golden Disc reveals a secret message from his long-dead Decepticon leader, he realizes where his allegiance lies. Decepticons forever. So there's his little story there. And so we're going to open him up. We'll open him up, and then I will pause so I can figure out how to transform him and then talk to you about the transformation. So as with all Transformers, you get a great... although he looks from this picture like he's going to be a little bit like Cheetor. So now this compared... Okay, so here's the thing. Last night we talked about the Cantina Showdown, where the packaging had everything kind of taped in and you're going to damage the background. This background is not damaged at all. So Transformers team, bravo for giving us a background that we can then use with our figure. Super psyched about that, about not having to like destroy anything to kind of do that. So let's try to get him out. So we've got one tape version, which is like throwback to my generation of Transformers. G1. Loved having those tapes. I carried them everywhere with me. There it is. Ugh. Okay. So there he is. Now this one, if I can't transform, there's something wrong with me. But there he is. Is that some die cast in there? I think there's some die cast in there. That's kind of cool. Definitely reminds me of the old school one. For sure. You get it into all the positions. I don't think these kind of fan out. So definitely reminds me of the old school one. So there he is, in his tape form. Or in his converted form from when he was a tape. And he's got his side blasters that go with him. There we go. So he's got his blasters, his chrome, vac metal, chromed out blasters on the side. I mean, it doesn't get any more G1 than that. There's like barely any of articulation. It just kind of all folds together. It's just magic. It really is. I know it seems really silly and simple, but just the idea that these classic tapes just look so much like little mini cassette tapes. It's just one of those things that really captures the imagination of the old school Transformers that I think missed the mark a little bit in the new ones. They're not as real world as they used to be, because like it just looked like a real cassette tape, and Blaster looked like a real boombox, tiny but real. So he's got, they almost look like pistols for the bigger Ravage here. Let's do a full look at him. Should have a little counter behind me. How many days since our last accident? And now he is freed from his plastic. So he's definitely a really cool looking Panther-esque there you go. I mean, it's really, really nice. Really well done. Really well executed. Really like the head there. It does look like he is based on the Cheetor body. So let's see how intuitive he actually is. So let's take off the blasters. I know I said I was going to wait, but let's just see. So open that up. The head should go back. These look like they fold in. Huh. Okay. I probably should familiarize myself with it. But he's based on the Cheetor body, so it shouldn't be that difficult once I kind of get where we're supposed to go, because these legs just kind of flip like that. His tail is in there, so there's the back end of it. The fronts have to come around. Head just head's on a ball joint, so don't worry. I always freak out when stuff kind of pops off like that, but I think we're in good shape. Oh, I think I see. Okay. No, I think I'm going to be able to do that. So the arms kind of fold in, right? And they've got some fur on the back of them. And so that fur is going to actually end up being part of his back. If I can position these in here just right. Oh, there we go. So I think they should just slide in. Or, you know, this will be one where I struggle and struggle and struggle, and it just looks horrible. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway. Yeah, it looks like they just slide. Oh, that didn't twist right. So yeah, so they just do kind of cap in to the back. So you can see his arms kind of fold into the back, and they become his back there. He's got two pockets that Cheetor did not have, but he does. So fold the legs down, which are right on his back like that. Fold those legs out. And then I'm going to pop the head back on that I accidentally popped off. His mouth does open. And there you go. There's Ravage transformed. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't have to pause the video. Sorry. Hope you don't mind. But I think that that's a really good looking Ravage for Beast Wars. It's a nice addition. It's not that different of a transformation that we saw with Cheetor. So it's pretty simple there. He's got the blasters. I'm trying to see if there's a spot for them when he's in beast form. So it says he transforms in 21 steps. I don't know if I actually took 21 actual steps, but yeah. So the blasters do clip in to his legs in the back. almost like rockets. So there they go. So there you go. There's Covert Agent Ravage, Decepticons Forever Ravage. His background here, he looks kind of good on there. And then you can throw the little tape version of him in there for storage. Kind of fits in there. Doesn't really fit. It's a little bit big. But you get what they're going for. It's these kind of things where they're pretty simple. They're pretty intuitive. If you've done one, you kind of get the hang of it. I don't think I struggled too badly with it. And you get a kind of fun toy. So thank you again to Hasbro for sending this over. We really appreciate sending this over to us. You can get this online during Hasbro PulseCon this Friday and Saturday. I believe the Transformers panel, don't quote me, I think it's on Saturday, but I could be wrong. I don't have the full schedule in front of me now. But it is $52.99 on Hasbro Pulse, so thank you again to Hasbro for sending these over. You can get a full look at the figure posed out in both forms up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Castors Corner on all social media. And of course, you can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night. Starting in November, we took a little bit of a break. But new episodes coming soon, so catch up on the old ones. And as we say every night, Jaxie, we love you and we miss you and we wish you were here. And for those of you coming back tomorrow night for another toy of the day, it's going to be the Emperor's Palace. After a full day at HasCon, why not? Or Hasbro PulseCon, why not take a look at one of the big exclusives for the day, the Star Wars Emperor Final Duel from Return of the Jedi, my favorite movie. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night for another toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.